What's going on? Welcome back to Sold Out, the greatest missioned souls tribute show in all of the world. What's going on, Dave?
Oh, I don't know. All of the world? There probably some other people out there that say they're better, but
they can't.
We let the fans speak. Let the fans speak.
Yeah.
If they believe that, then I'm happy. Yeah, good to be back. We've been away for a little while again.
Yeah.
Which is all right. Like I said, we can't just keep doing the same stuff forever.
Well, we'd have to be back now because what we've all been waiting for has come to fruition, right? Finally, after all the anticipation, I have learned they have made a whiskey flavored cigarette, and that's why we're here to celebrate that. Mission Souls with their first original song. I listened to their very first little 18-second teaser or whatever, just enough to hear the music. I see they have two out. I have not done any dabbling. I don't think you have either.
No, just the 18-second little snippet that they brought out, which I said was all music, no singing. So I know there is no actual video clip of it, so it's just an audio clip at the moment.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll get round to doing it. I did see they made an announcement today saying they had to postpone their Texas shows because of visa issues. So,
really?
Yeah, tell the Department of Immigration over there to pull their finger out.
Interesting. Well, hopefully they can reschedule those. I can assume.
Yeah, I think they're trying to.
A lot of people who would be disappointed. Have you heard? How are they doing on their attendance? What size venues are they playing? Do we know any of this?
I don't know. I'm sure someone in the comments should be able to tell us. Has it what size venues are they playing? Are they selling them out? Is it just them playing, or they have other acts on there as well? It'd be all very interesting information. Like I said, I try and stay away from the community because I try to not know as much as possible. So when we do these things, I'm going in quite fresh with it all. So
yeah.
So Dell said now, October 1st.
I bet their weather's pretty warm for you, Dave, down in Saudi Arabia. Down and over.
It's probably about where we like it. They have nice cars there.
Yeah, well, they got a lot of oil there.
Even the cops drive Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
You kind of have to if everybody else does, right? You just get your ass run all the time. That's why I remember way back in the 80s, early 90s, even here in Podunk, North Dakota, we had IROC cop cars because everybody was driving muscle cars, so they couldn't keep up with their, Chevy Caprices and their Lincoln Continentals.
Because we get car shows we watch here, of course, we do get especially the old American cars that start arriving at 10 o'clock and the end of the car finishes at 11 o'clock because it just keeps going. You think, how long is this vehicle? Like, the whole family living here?
Yeah, we got some big cars over here. Or at least we did. Now everything's a freaking SUV or a pickup, right? I mean, you're hard pressed.
Yeah, we're the same as well. SUVs are the biggest selling cars by a mile. So,
all right. Dell says Rancho sold out at 430. Louis says 500 to 1,100 seat venues. So about what you'd expect for a band who's not really putting out material and selling albums, but has generated some internet buzz, right?
Yeah, well, you got to start somewhere. You're not expecting them to have 10,000 stadiums or anything. Not until they establish themselves, as a, an original band.
Right. Right. Put out an album and then see where it goes. Yep. Let's hope for the best. Gigi, thanks for the tunes. Yeah, those are old. I just re-upped them so I can get rid of Suno once and for all, because my assistant program is going to be going under some communist rules apparently very shortly. So I am going to cancel that tonight, but I want to get everything up and polished off and re-edited so it's up on the channel.
I'll keep you posted how the communist rules go. All right.
Yeah, I got no time for that. I mean, to my understanding, you get limited amounts of time to actually re-edit. No, then do it right the first time, right? And like, I think Corporal Hicks commented on one of my videos today. The problem with it is, and he had a whole big, long description, but the gist of it is everybody's sounds the same, and it does. And that's why I stopped. And it's not a shot at you or Motley, but I quickly realized by listening to your guys' material when it comes to the heavy male sung stuff, man, it all could come off the same album. And I'm all proud of my stuff, thinking, hey, this kicks ass. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy sounds just like mine. So really, what's the point?
Record your own voice.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That would be horrific. Nobody would listen.
It doesn't. It does polish it up a bit. So,
like auto-tune?
The turd is polished a little bit.
All right, people. So what we got going on here is we got a limited window of about an hour, probably about 45 minutes now, because Down Under Dave's got a date with a smoking hot honey. So we've got
about an hour and 10 minutes, all right?
Hour and 10 minutes. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you their brand new original and some fan requests, but I'm just stalling because I know what's going to happen, 5-10 minutes in. Can you play this song? And we already played it 3 songs ago. So I'm stalling a little bit here. It is what it is. Don't forget to tune in to Patreon. Backtrack is back on track with just all the sounds of the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and beyond. It's not just all metal. That was a 2-week experiment that was extremely enjoyable for yours truly, and there will probably be more to come, and we'll be kind of just lacing metal in throughout now that we've kind of worked ourselves up to the 80s primarily now.
We grew up with it. How's the vote going? I see you've got a vote up for is the new song worth the wait?
Well, I put it up, but I have no idea how to check it. Okay. So I don't know.
There's 58 votes. I haven't voted on it yet because obviously I haven't heard it.
Well, did you see what the vote is?
No, all I can see is there's 59 votes, but it doesn't say. I'd have to vote. And I said I can't vote because I haven't watched it yet.
90% yes, says Motley. And the question of the vote was the wait worth it for this song? So there we go.
Well, I was going to say, I hope so, because I'd hate to see it 90% saying no.
Yeah. Well, then I guess, Jay Bake in the house. He's going to tell me off real quick. Backtrack is an awesome show. Let's see if we can get some of this awesome fan group to join that show. Yeah, you know what, people? It's free. It's free. There's an app for it in every app store. You can get it on your computer, your smart TVs. Just go to Patreon, sign up for an account. It's absolutely free. Backtrack is absolutely free. There's no obligations. It's just if you want to spend a Sunday night, it is live like this. Let's get some more traffic over there. What we do, me and Dave have been covering, and you can go back. All the previous episodes are there. Just, paying tribute or homage to the music that we grew up with and that kind of, helped shape our musical taste over the years. Every decade, we play the entire musical video because Patreon rules and YouTube drools. So we don't have to worry about content, copyright, and all that crap. So just jump over there Sunday nights, 8 o'clock Central Time, same time as this, same time as everything else. 100% free to do on your Sunday night.
And the good thing is a lot of the music is the kind of music that Mission Souls actually cover. So
yeah, I mean, that kind of music. Me and Dave come from that tree of Buddy Holly, Elvis, all the way up through the good 70s stuff, whether it was ABBA, but I'm drawing a blank on the name. The one that's got Supertramp, ZZ Top, the 80s stuff, Duran. It's not metal, it's not pop, it's everything. I've even put some country tunes up there from back in the day. So if you just want something to do, hang out, you can chat live on there as well. It's just on Patreon. Get the word out because right now Patreon and the Tunes Brothers show Backtrack on there is the greatest kept secret on the internet, and it shouldn't be a secret because it's the only place to be on a Sunday night.
No, I think if it was a YouTube show and when YouTube allowed us to do it, it would be big. But unfortunately, if we put it on YouTube, it would be a blank show.
Urban Farmer says Rob singing this line tonight. I'll lay it at your feet. Must have been cool. I don't even know what that means. But take shots.
From I Was Made for Loving You.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like being the butt of all the jokes. I'm a giant ass. I'm not just an asshole. I'm the entire ass. So there.
Outer and inner.
All right, Dave, should we get to this first original tune by probably the greatest cover band I've ever seen, right? And it just is more special because it's an entire family. Mission Souls. Yep. What's it called?
I'd like to hear it. It's All It Takes. Like I said, heard 18 seconds of it, so I would like to hear the rest of it.
What key is it played in, Dave?
Probably a C. I don't know.
C? All right.
I've only heard 18 seconds. If Jim was on, he'll probably tell us.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. All It Takes.
Down Under, clearly it turns out a very unique voice because I can actually see Ice singing this song as we're listening to it. No?
You never know. I don't know what it sounds
like. Can clearly hear it. Stacy, she has really developed her own unique vocals. What are we thinking so far?
Yeah, I mean, people are saying ABBA, Roxette, like the obvious things. Definitely very poppy. I'm not sure I'd say Roxette.
I saw that Roxette comment, and I'm like, well, maybe if you channel in to listen to their heart, or some of the ballady type stuff, but I don't hear enough guitar yet to call it Roxette-ish.
No, I mean, I'm sure we'll have some guitar because
I mean, this is very radio friendly, very beautiful vocals done by Stacy here, right? I would love.
Do we know whether it's the whole family or just the kids?
Well, that's what I was going to just say. I would, maybe they'll put a video out for this because I'd like to see how this is being dispersed amongst the family. Is Mama Sheena going to make a appearance here? Is Sakan playing bass on this? I mean, or is this strictly just the kids? I don't know. We'll find out, I'm sure, as it goes, into the future weeks and months here. I would assume they're going to put out a video as soon as they get back home from touring. In their.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether they do this live or not. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's soothing so far.
You'd have to debut it live, surely.
Absolutely. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, we got some pushback in a respectful way, kind of as a precursor to the show that we're going to be bringing to Tunes Brothers. Paul says, if I am being honest, it's not very good.
Well, each their own.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand this is their first original song. If you listen to some of the first Warning stuff, another family band, so to speak, Three Sisters, some of that EP was good. Some of it was clearly amateurish. The jury's still out. I want to hear the rest of this because I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I think it's a pleasant surprise that they didn't go, the way that new pop music went, because I don't like that. This is actually this reminds me of like a Christian rock type sound, which they're obviously a major Christian, believing family. I don't mind it at all. It's not, something I would, listen to on a daily basis, but I'm not going to say it's bad. It's actually, I'm pretty impressed considering they had to write this. They had to, for the first time ever, come up with their own composition, their own cadence, their own melodies, their own harmonies, because everybody would blast them, Jay Bake, for just doing covers. So what they're showing me here is at least they know how to write a song, and there's good harmony on it, but let's let it finish. To each their own. If you don't like it, that's not the end of the world. I mean, saying it's not very good is not saying it's terrible, right? It's just there's a lot.
Like I said,
go ahead.
I think a lot of people might have wanted to see a bit of a harder edge, because we seem to have a lot of people like the harder stuff they do when they cover. But I think it's probably a very safe decision to do something a bit more poppy, just to get a bit more airplay, to get a few more people on board. Because, if you go too hard, you sort of alienate a lot of people.
Right. I'm sure if you ask these kids, one by one, they'd rather do Paramore style or whatever. But you're thinking long term here. You're thinking getting the foot in the door. I mean, yes, they're a YouTube sensation, but they've got to now convince people like Jay Bake that they can write their own. Am I throwing him under the bus? Good. I hope
no, not at all.
All up and
down.
If
you step in front of a bus, you're going to be thrown under it, aren't you?
But no, I understand taking the safe route, like you said. Get something that's radio friendly, something that pretty much any age range can enjoy. We don't know if this is what's going to be the future of the band yet, but what I'm hearing is, it's very soothing to my ears. I'm not complaining.
No.
So let's get back to her. Finish this one off. Stop interrupting the song, Dave.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Turn your back, I'm not giving up. Just don't turn your back, I'm not giving up. My love is so strong, so keep holding on. My love is so strong, so keep holding on. Just don't turn your back, I'm not giving up. I wanna have you back.
Whoops.
I like the solo.
You know, I can't win for losing, right? Much like I would have rather had them write songs like Ozzy Van Halen. Okay, but that's not, I get it, Motley, me too, because they cover those songs so well. But you got to understand, when you were growing up, you might have liked what your parents liked. Like I liked ABBA because my mom played ABBA all the time. But when I got a guitar, I wasn't playing ABBA, right? I was playing Kiss. So, I'm just thrilled they didn't take it too modern to the music I can't stand. Somebody ripping me. I was about to say I can't win for losing. Let the song finish before you comment. Well, apparently you don't know what a reaction video is. I don't know if you're new to the concept. It's only been around for about 15 years. You listen to it, you pause it, you comment so far. It's engagement, it's commentary. If you want to just hear the whole song start to finish, it's out there. Knock yourself out. But we're going to react accordingly. And that means breaking it down as things hit us. Because your mind can change throughout. And to me, a reaction video is hearing what someone's thinking as it goes, not telling you how their mind changed 7 times by the time the song ended. But, whatever.
And sometimes you've got things to say at a particular stage of a song, especially when you're hearing it for the first time, that you want to point out.
Yeah. And I think we're getting, unlike the TWA, who I love to throw under the bus. We're not getting overreaction here. I'm seeing one of the most honest fan bases that I have seen since the Kiss Army, because you've got some saying, it's okay. Some saying, it's really not that good. Some saying it's pretty good. It's their first, and that's what it's all about. There's room for improvement for any artist, any band. And I don't want kid gloves because they're kids. I got ripped for that with the warning. Well, if you don't want to be criticized, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't put your product out for the public. That's just the way I look at it. But this song I like. It's not my kind of music, but I would never turn it off. I wouldn't even turn it down. It wouldn't be a distraction. I enjoyed the song. And that guitar solo was fantastic. And that's what I was really waiting to key in on is, okay, Nisha can play anybody's guitar solo. And I mean anybody's. But how is she going to be writing her own? And that was a very beautiful melodic solo. I thought that fit the song well. It didn't distract from the song like a lot of look at me guitar players in the world. One of the great things I will say about the warning is if the lead guitar solo is not necessary, it's just not there. And when it is, it helps the song. It doesn't distract from the song, as opposed to bands like Bandmade, where it's like, look, all the time I spent playing guitar in my room with no social life whatsoever. So look at this fast 9-minute solo I can put in here that has nothing to do with the song, right? This was very classy, very tasteful.
We are both in agreement where we prefer melodic guitar solos, not just, speedy fingers going up and down the fretboard, as you said, to say, look at me, look at me. I like the song more as it went along. I do like the chorus. I think the chorus is very catchy. The solo fit, and I think that definitely had that little bit of Roxette style to it.
Yes.
The solo.
Yes.
So the song to me got more enjoyable as it went on. And the choruses became a lot fuller as it went on. So I think it's a good first effort. I said, you're not expecting them to bring out, the best song ever written first up. And let's be honest, there is a danger to doing that anyway. We've seen bands come out with their best material first up, and then it's downhill from there.
Okay, Martin, there's a lot of 17-year-old bands out there doing much better. Speed of Light, Freeze the Fall, the Motowns. The Molotovs. I don't know about the Molotovs. I saw Speed of Light in concert opening for Warning, and I actually covered and was conversing back and forth for quite a while with Victory Cast with the members of Freeze the Fall out of Canada. Understand these bands have been doing original material much longer than Mission Souls. Okay, so that's really not a fair comparison. Yes, both bands have achieved, minimal success. They both are very talented bands. I'm not speaking from the Molotovs because I haven't heard them. But for Speed of Light and Freeze the Fall, it's an unfair comparison. They didn't start their career for 3 to 4 years doing covers. They started as an originals band. So they've been perfecting their craft for a while now. So that's really not a fair comparison.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know a lot about those other bands. Obviously, I've seen them on YouTube a fair bit, and people talk about them. I think
I'll tell you, Speed of Light was massively impressive.
That was the one that Warning had up.
Yeah, when I went to the Warning in Minnesota with Jay Bake and Darren and the boys, Yancey and Jesus, I'm leaving out names and I apologize. Me and Darren were floored. I mean, the energy this band has was unbelievable, but you kind of get caught up in the moment live.
Yep.
Because me and brother Darren both had the conversation weeks later when we looked up their material and we thought, this stuff is not that good. But live, man, we were into it. So whatever. My point being is let's not judge a band who has basically become a name on covers for 3 years after one song. I mean, can we reserve judgment and say, well, X, Y, and Z bands are way better than they are when X, Y, and Z bands have been writing and playing originals for years? This is their first effort here, so come on.
Yeah, a band that I really liked had a song called My Uncle's a Raft. Good
Lord. We're talking about
very good.
Wicked Lester, Gene Simmons, long before Kiss, and he should be ashamed of himself, but everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah, and they're in the Rock and Roll Songwriters Hall of Fame. So.
Hall of Fame. Yeah, I had another person ripping Kiss after one of the comments I made about some other band. I don't even remember anymore. It's so passe already. I really don't even bother replying to anybody. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, they suck. 50 years, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, one of the most influential bands of all time. Yeah, they suck. I get it. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Sorry.
Songwriters Hall of Fame. Yeah, they suck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. It's time for your favorite part of the show. This is the request hour. And just know that I have seen requests coming in, but it doesn't work until Dave says it. And remember, this is Dave. He is subject to bribes. He stuffs ballot boxes. He is a liberal. Whoops! I almost ended the stream.
Don't do that.
So, starting when Dave says, not when I say, you've got about a half hour or so to get some of your favorite covers. Be specific. If it's a live, if it's a studio basement, if it's a porch, whatever it is, and if he's got it, he'll play it. So I will let him give the go.
All right. Well, I'm ready. Somebody give me a song to play. Anything except for the one we just did. Please don't ask for the same one we just did.
Gigi, they don't have a Kiss cover yet.
No, they haven't.
If I have to book a flight to the Philippines and have a sit down with them, it will never happen because I can't afford it. But if I did, I would tell them they need to do a Kiss cover.
Someone said they want Long Time.
All right. Oh, yeah, they did Whole Lot of Love new again, right?
Yeah, they did, yes.
Okay.
All right.
What a perfect time to pause to reply to a comment. May not be the future of rock, congratulations, basically, but might be the next Osmonds family. Hey, that is not an insult. As someone born in 1973, let me tell you something. The Osmond family was huge. They had their own prime time weekly TV show. So maybe you were saying that in a positive way. Maybe you were trying to mock them, but I assure you, being Donnie and Marie Osmond level in the music world is not an insult.
Definitely not.
All right. Thank you, Motley. 35 cents Canadian.
It's been such a long time. I think I should be going, yeah. And time doesn't wait for me. It keeps on rolling. Sail on a distant highway, yeah. I've got to keep on chasing a dream. I've gotta be on my
Let me pause it there as a reaction video channel does. Sorry to whoever wants the whole song played. We've seen this before, right? But
Yep.
hearing this, I can understand why people might have a little disappointment in the direction they took with their first original, right? Because they do hard rock so freaking good. Almost like they were born to do it. But let's not dismiss that is a hat tip at Boston, at Led Zeppelin, at whoever for being great songwriters. There is a massive difference, like Jay Bake points out for good reason, between being able to replicate somebody's work, maybe even adding a little improvement here or there, and being able to write it. It is a whole different animal. So since they can play Boston like it's nothing, since they can play Crazy Train and make Randy Rhoads look pedestrian, that doesn't mean they can write it. There is a massive, massive difference. Thank you, Jay Bake. You are the man, and still you need to reach out. We need to hook up before winter and shitty roads so me and the wife can come down and at least have a meal and a beer with you somewhere in Minneapolis. So that being said, let's give the Mission Souls a little time. I think Dave's onto something when he says they're taking the safe route. They know what they can do very well because this is probably what they do, singing in churches and everything else, being as religious as they are. That type of, melodic, easy listening pop music. I have no doubts they can do the harder stuff, but writing it, people writing a song coming from me and Dave, who are career failures as musicians, dabbling in AI, it is not as easy as you think it is. It's not about coming up with lyrics that rhyme or lyrics that say something. You need a hook, you need a chorus, you need a bridge, you need a memorable intro. There is so much. I have so much more admiration for even bands I hate like Dio and Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple and Black Sabbath, because that is way more work than an actor who's handed a script and has to pretend to be somebody who's not. Right? Being a musician is about the purest form of art you can get, shy of sculpting something out of clay. It is a start to finish project that comes literally out of nowhere. So I have no doubts they can put out great hard rock music. Maybe they don't want to do great hard rock music. If they do, maybe they can't write it, maybe they can. All I'm saying is, listening to this song, you know they can physically play it. If they choose not to write it or they can't write it, that's yet to be seen. Let's not overly judge them on a semi-popish type layup. Let's call it a layup. You're not going to really be able to shit the bed on a radio-friendly song. Anybody can really, truly write a song like that. But again, it's their first song. So let's get back to seeing what these kids are really capable of. Unless you got something to add, Dave.
I was going to say, J-Bake, don't spend all your money because I'm waiting for you to come to Australia. So
yeah, J-Bake, and I expect
your US dollars worth a lot here.
I will go with you, but I expect a first class ticket, J-Bake. So here we go. Money bags. Long Time Boston cover. Fantastic job. It's one of their best covers.
Yeah, I still don't really like the intro that much, but the rest of it is just
No, and I don't like it by Boston
class.
either, to be fair.
No.
So, yeah.
No, it's a bit like the Chicago song when it goes off on a J-Bake's
Yeah,
5'11".
I know you like long intros, but that one really doesn't even fit the damn song, right?
No, it's not a euphemism, J-Bake. It is actually a koala. You're 5'11". I don't know if he'd stand much of a chance with a fully grown male kangaroo, to be honest.
Probably not, no. But it'd be fun to see. I'd video that.
Oh, I'll video it. We'll make an entire Tunes Brothers show about it. Watching J-Bake die in Australia. Beaten up by a kangaroo, then dragged into the river by a croc.
There you go.
Okay. There you go, J-Bake. Now, what did Motley want?
Motley? Did he request one?
He did, yeah. What was it?
I think he requested Big Mac $3.
Nothing to do that. Let me go back up. Where was it? He wanted A Whole Lot of Love.
J-Bay says he's not worried about a koala, but the kangaroo would be a big mistake.
Yeah. Everyone just assumes they're really nice things. I mean,
well, look at trying to kiss up to us. Chick Magnet by MXPX. Please, handsome Robin Dave with a smiley face.
Compliments do work. They definitely do work. Kangaroo is known as,
Motley wanted A Whole Lot of Love live in Zambales.
I've got it. I haven't seen this one yet, so I haven't actually watched any few that have just come out. So obviously we've seen them do this one before, but not live. So this will be interesting.
Not funny, Dill. All right.
You need cooling, baby, I'm not fooling. I'm gonna send you back to schooling. Way in my heart, honey, you need it. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Oh, wanna hold on love. Wanna hold on love. Wanna hold on love. Wanna hold on love. You've been loved.
Hold on. I have a boner 7 to pick with the Soulmates. 359 watching. That's it? Really?
We've been away for a few weeks.
We're doing the debut original song from the Mission Souls on the greatest Mission Souls podcast ever to be known to mankind, and we got only 373. Here's what I want to happen. Any of you who weren't here live, who watch us on the replay, I want an apology and excuse why you missed the show, and I will decide whether or not it's valid. All right.
And you need a doctor's note as well.
Yes, correct. A whole lot of love, Led Zeppelin.
Baby, I've been loving all the good times. Baby, I've been earning away in my heart. Honey, you need her. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Wanna hold on love. Wanna hold on love. Wanna hold on love. Wanna
Okay, there you have it. Mission Soul's original "Whole Lot of Love," which is, of course, covered by Led Zeppelin years later. What's next, Dave?
I say, to be fair, I mean, I'm not a big Led Zeppelin fan, but that is one of their songs that I do like. So
yeah, that's not bad at all. Because Bonham checked himself on this cymbal crap that is rock and roll, right? One of the worst.
I do remember you having a bit of a go about the cymbals in the album review we did.
It is unfrickin' listenable on the world's greatest stereo system. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Note to any musician, cymbals are not something that should be featured in any song in any genre ever. It's an accent, not a main freaking instrument.
Well, I must admit, when I was learning to play drums, I used to get told off for not actually using the cymbals because I'm just too concentrating on the toms to worry about anything above it.
So freaking annoying, man. That will kill a drum solo quicker than anything. Is the overuse of cymbals.
All right. What do we have next? That's a good question. What do we have next? What do people want to
Some
hear?
YouTube reactors says RD quilts. You make quilts for a living? Some reactors usually offering brand new songs for them are actually sound good. What are you saying? I can't control what the band plays, man. I'm not going to. How do you be a reactor if you approve the song ahead of time, right? That's not a reaction. How do you have a reaction to something you've already heard? If you didn't like the song, I don't care. That's your prerogative. But how am I going to only bring you great stuff, right? How am I only going to bring you stuff that I think is, 10 out of 10? That's not a reaction, right? That's whatever.
No, as I said, we discussed this before too, where a lot of those reaction shows, you can tell they've listened to the song.
J-Bake, can a drummer feature a cymbal if they are using double kick drums? No, it's still not acceptable.
Don't bring up that subject, please. We've heard about way too much.
You're the one with the clock. You know what's going on, so it's in your
Metallica
hand.
was what we got asked for, so we're keeping it in the rock genre here.
All right. Hold on. Some reactors are also song composers as well. What the fuck are you saying? Are you saying that a reactor should have a proven track record? What's your name? RD douchebag. Okay, let's it's RD douchebag. That's what I'm going to call you, right? So Siskel and Ebert, right? World-renowned movie critics were actors. What exactly did they act in again? How about this? How about you go fuck yourself and enjoy the rest of your fucking night realizing you're a fucking loser and have no fucking concept of what being a reactor is, all right? Because I don't compose songs, I'm not qualified to have a fucking opinion. Jesus, Lord Almighty, and I, chose to do that lightly because sold out Mission Souls Christian, right? Man, I wish you lived in North Dakota so I could meet you somewhere in public and beat the ever-loving shit out of you just because you're stupid. All right, so let's get back to it. Okay, I hate to interrupt Eddie Van Nisha here, but apparently I may have bitten the head off of somebody for no reason. People are expressing to me that they are basically mocking people who are reactors claiming to be songwriters. I don't know. If I was wrong in translation, I blame Evan. That's evanwilliams.com. That is a whiskey that should not be consumed by somebody with a short temper. Here we go. Okay, I hate to interrupt this because they actually make Metallica listenable. This is fantastic.
I actually do like this song, though.
Yes, well, it's good by Metallica, but it's better by Mission Souls. Extreme apologies to whoever that dude was or dudette. Apparently, there are reactors out there who think they're better than they are musically and are trying to, offer insights on how bands can be better, which is absolutely ludicrous because if they were better than said band, wouldn't they be in a band, right? I read that the wrong way. I apologize, but not really.
Apologize.
Right? Yeah. For Whom the Bell Tolls. What a fantastic cover. It is really a good song, I must admit. I enjoyed that. A lot of bar bands back in the day would play that, which is really, before the Black Album was my only exposure to Metallica was from bar bands, right? So either you liked it or you didn't. I will say this about Metallica. I will put them on the level of Van Halen. The stuff they released was good. It's just the rest of the album, for me personally, you really couldn't tell when one song started and one stopped, right? Not that it was bad, it's just it was kind of that ZZ Top AC/DC formula where it kind of all sounded the same. And then they'd have standout tracks like Van Halen that were like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then the Black Album came out, and I know that was one of the most divisive, albums in history. Maybe since The Elder, since The Elder. For the Metallica fans, I personally love the Black Album. I think that finally showcased that James Hetfield actually could, carry a tune. They could have a melody. It was a very enjoyable album for me. But, on the other end of the spectrum, I could see who, the original harder Metallica fans would have thought they were selling out. I get it. I just prefer the Black Album Metallica, but this is a good song by Metallica and a great cover by Mission Souls.
I think it speaks volumes by the fact that, hardcore Metallica fans didn't like that album and everybody else did.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, let's be real here. And I know me and Scotty may disagree because Scotty's got that mentality and that thought process. And, I can't argue with him on certain things where if an album started to get somebody recognition and then the next one exploded, he gives credit to that prior album. I understand that line of thinking, but he always goes back to Pyromania is the reason Hysteria exploded. And I have to fully disagree with that for Def Leppard fans. Because you're looking at basically almost two different genres of music. I mean, there is nothing even remotely close on Pyromania, love it or hate it, that resembles Hysteria, right? That's a completely different sound, much like Metallica. I like For Whom the Bell Tolls. I like Seek and Destroy. I like One. But none of that sounds like Enter Sandman and Unforgiven and stuff like that, right? It's a completely different sound. So while I understand what he's thinking, that this gave them momentum so then everybody went and bought the new album, I don't think so. Because that might work for a handful of fans, but that's not going to work to make something go from a gold record to a triple, quadruple platinum record just because the previous album was good, right? Or showing promise.
No, and there was such a huge timeline between those two albums too.
Yeah, and to me, Hysteria for Def Leppard and the Black Album for Metallica are such drastic departures from their previous albums that argument to me just doesn't work. I think what happened is something like, I don't remember what was first. Maybe you do, whether it was Pour Some Sugar on Me or Animal or Women or whatever came off of Hysteria, equates to the same thing as Enter Sandman. It's like millions and millions and millions of people thought, what the hell is this? I like this because it's such a drastic difference and legitimately probably didn't know, someone's first Def Leppard experience was Animal or Women or Pour Some Sugar. I mean, they probably don't equate that to, the Rock of Ages type thing. Same with Metallica. If you hear Enter Sandman, you're not thinking One. That's a completely different style.
Yeah, Pour Some Sugar on Me was the first single off that album.
Okay, well, there you go. One of the most legendary rock anthems of all time. Coming off a band, yes, they had success with Pyromania, but that took time. That didn't happen. It's not like they released Pyromania and it went to freaking number one on the billboards, right? I mean, that took probably Fooling to make people really get on board with Rock of Ages and Photograph, even though those were first. You know how it goes. The ballad is usually the one that, attracts the attention.
Oh, yeah, normally. I mean, there was a 4-year gap between Pyromania and Hysteria. So, let's be honest, the way fans work these days, most people would have forgot who Def Leppard were by the time Hysteria came out.
Yeah, that's my point. I mean, I get Pyromania had success on MTV. I can't quote numbers and Billboard rankings for songs like Rock of Ages and Fool and Photograph, but I know they were nowhere near what the releases from Hysteria got. And that's you have to be deaf, dumb, and blind. You'd have to be Helen Keller to not notice the difference between Hysteria and Pyromania. So to place the success of Hysteria on a Pyromania to me is ridiculous. Same with Injustice for All or Ride the Lightning or Master the Puppets. Metallica didn't become a household name until the Black Album.
No. I agree. Motley, yes, you're right. Animal was first.
Okay.
There were 7 singles off that album.
Okay.
Can you remember another album that had 7 singles off it?
Maybe no, because I think Bon Jovi's Slippery and Wet, arguably the biggest hair metal, if you want to call it that album, had 5? Wanted, Dead or Alive, You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Bed of Roses. Was Bed of Roses on that one, or was that on New Jersey? I think that was on New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey, I think, yeah.
Raise Your Hands, maybe. I mean, so those 2 albums are like 1A and 1B to me of the greatest, if you want to call it hair metal bands, hair metal albums, is Slippery and Wet and Hysteria.
All right, we're going to run out of time, so we better get a couple more songs in. So I see we had a super chat for Hysteria live. I know Rob loves this song.
Speaking of Def Leppard.
Muse. Yep.
This is Def Leppard cover?
No, not that Hysteria. This is Muse Hysteria.
Yeah, I know.
Let's try that, Rob. Yeah. No, I like this song because I like Muse, but there you go.
Hysteria.
That's like the perfect length. That's like the modern day Stairway to Heaven or Freebird when a guy needs to use the bathroom. I don't think I'll ever like that song. I think I've heard Mission Souls do this 50 times already. I don't think I've ever heard the original, and I don't care to. I'm sure they do it well, but Muse is just not my cup of tea.
Well, I said early Muse is my cup of tea. I don't like the new stuff.
I know you said there's a drastic difference in styles over the years, like many bands, right? That kind of just switch directions out of nowhere. And maybe you're right. Maybe I just don't give it enough time, but I really don't want to.
Well, to be honest, new Muse has got more of a warning sound to it now.
Okay, but a warning error sound or a warning
keep me fed.
Okay, so then I would like older Muse, is what you're saying.
You would like older Muse because it's more just
gotcha.
rock,
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay. No, maybe you can bring that up in backtracks, right? Because there's no year.
Well, yep.
There's no year bullshit. So on backtrack, that'll be a a behind the scenes goal. Show me something I can at least appreciate from Muse.
Well, this will be the last song, and strangely enough,
no encore.
This will be the encore.
This is the encore. All right. So nobody complained to me about the encore because this is it right now.
And the good thing is someone went, that. And that's exactly what I have up to go out on.
Beautiful. All right.
They've just done this one. So I thought we'd go out on this one.
All right.
So when will we be back for Mission Souls?
Next week, I would think it. Okay. From now until the end of Jump, right? Everybody chime in saying yay or nay. Don't say yes or no. You have to say yay or nay because these are my rules and I make them up. So you have to say yay or nay if you want another fan request show next week, or if you want us to wait till, the Mission Souls put out some more covers. So you got from now until the end of the show. If you see a lot of yays, keep checking the updates. I'll have the thumbnail up that we're going to be on next week. If not, maybe it'll be 2 weeks.
Okay. Sounds good. Here we go.